Miami Heat Nation. Hello guys, my name is Trent, and over here we are going to be covering the Miami Heat off season and heading into next year. So guys, if you support the Miami Heat or your favorite team is the Miami Heat, make sure you drop that sub and turn on post notifications. Now before we do start today's video, make sure you follow my Instagram. We will keep y'all updated with all NBA news and NFL, especially with training camp coming around the corner. So if y'all want to stay updated, make sure you go to the link in the description and follow my account. I appreciate that a lot. Now heading into today's video, we are going to be talking about how Pat Riley really likes Collin Sexton and how he has been linked to the Miami Heat this offseason. Now Collin Sexton is one of the best free agent player available, and it's crazy that no team has signed him or offered him a contract sheet besides the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he isn't satisfied with that multi-year offer. I believe they offered him a 3-year $40 million deal, and he just feels disrespected. Now I understand why the Cleveland Cavaliers did offer that, because Collin Sexton isn't their primary guard or pretty much their future, because they got Darius Garland. Now I feel like people forget, because in 2020-2021 season, Collin Sexton was having a hell of a year, averaging about 24 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists, while shooting 47.5% from the field, shooting 37% from the three-point line. Now, the season that just recently passed by, he only played about 11 games because he got hurt. He tore his meniscus. But those 11 games, he's averaging about 16 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. Now, Collin Sexton is still very young, so I wouldn't be too concerned about these injuries that happen to him, because he's going to recover quick. It'll be different if he was a little bit older and, nearing retirement, but he's still very young. I'm pretty sure he's going to be very explosive. I have been seeing him work out, and he still looks very good. And obviously doesn't want to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this is where it kind of makes sense for the Miami Heat to step on this. Now, one of the main weaknesses for the Miami Heat in the postseason is that they didn't really have much scoring. Their scoring was Jimmy Butler, and that's about it. Bam Adebayo just wasn't aggressive enough, taking a lot of shots that we expect him to do. Tyler Hero was injured, and Kyle Lowry just wasn't playing Kyle Lowry how we expect him to play. He was dealing with injuries, but he just was out of shape. And if we do expect us to make a finals push, we're going to need more scoring to help out Jimmy Bucket. And honestly, Collin Sexton would definitely be fine. Now, the only way I believe this would work is going to be a sign-and trade, which I'm fine with that. I'd rather have Sexton over Duncan Robinson and field these players off the bench, because then if we have Collin Sexton, that means we're going to have Collin Sexton, Victor Oladipo, Caleb Martin as our unit with Jovic and Haysmith. Like, that bench is going to be very interesting. Maybe we give up a player of Duncan Robinson and some draft capital, and I feel like that would be good enough for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They get a nice shooter. The Cavaliers are already a team that could not contend, but make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, and they get some more draft capital. And obviously for the Miami Heat end, they get a nice combo guard that could play the 1 and 2 and help out Jimmy Buckets in the postseason and just get buckets out there, either come off the bench, either come in the starting lineup. Doesn't really matter. But it is interesting to see what happens and what's the next steps for Collin Sexton. And hopefully Pat Riley does make the call, because so far in this free agency, it has been very bad. We haven't made any moves besides re-signings. We've been focusing on the big names like Kevin Durant and Donovan Mitchell, and it looks like that's not happening anytime soon. So let's just go to another option, look at some other players like John Collins, Collin Sexton, and the list continues. So Miami Heat fans, you guys let me in the comment sections. How do you feel about this news that we have been linked to Collin Sexton? Do you want him on the roster, or do you think he's not worth it? I love you guys so much. And once again, make sure you follow my Instagram at TopNotReports. And I'm out.